Anwar from the A&R show, man. We outside, Rec Room 3, Bullpen Battle League. Today is Sunday. Yesterday, you were supposed to battle on RBE. You know what I'm saying? JC. You and I have had private conversations. Oops, you will learn this. I don't ever put out a private conversation. So what I will say is this. I know you were supposed to battle yesterday. Things didn't happen. We saw it on Instagram, whatever. Next week, you have Ryder.
I got Ryder.
But before we get into that, you and I have gone back and forth.
Always.
Because you battled Twerk in St. Louis, right? And I said this. Oops doesn't care about winning a battle.
Right.
Oops' primary focus is teaching.
Right.
That's what I feel. Whether it's a lesson, a life lesson, whatever. I feel like your goal is to teach. Yo, I swear to God, you best not leave. Because we're going to talk in just a minute. Anyway, shout out to Sensei Saga.
You know what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
We the best group.
Wait. How many horsemen?
We the best group.
Wait, 1, 2. Oh, y'all put the pinky out. Look, they put the thumb out now. It used to be like this. It definitely used to be like this.
It's the V.
It definitely used to be like this. All right, so hold up. Hey, Saga, don't leave. I got you. But oops, you don't care about winning battles. Like, explain that to the people. Because I said that. And when I said it, people, oh, that's your man. You trying to protect him. Explain to the people what that means when I say you don't care about winning battles.
The moment I started doing my third rounds the way I did them, I knew nobody would give me a third round.
Okay.
But what was more important for me in my third rounds was the impact and what I was saying. So if you say I lost to Daylight, that's fine. If you say I lost to B-Dot, that's fine. But what you're gonna remember is the impact from those battles, right? You have battle rappers who are arguably undefeated or have like really good records,
right? Who
don't have the impact on battle rap and the world that I've been able to have. You have battle rappers that haven't brought people into this realm or grown the culture because they only care about 2-1, 3-0, however they win. I give a fuck about the impact. And if I could create an impact, I'm still gonna get booked. I'm still gonna get paid pretty good, right? And I'm still gonna show up while expanding the culture. So it don't matter if I win or lose as long as I'm making an impact.
Okay. So 2 questions came into my mind as you were speaking. The very first one is, and this was the first question that came into my mind, how much do you care about being on URL? Because, oops, I've seen you at many events, URL included.
Right, absolutely.
I've seen you perform and just being there supporting the culture.
Right.
People say, if it ain't on URL, it don't count. How much does being on URL matter to you, acknowledging that you and Daylight have 1 million views outside of URL, outside of the biggest league, outside of the league that matters?
Right.
How much to you as Oops, or sorry, Oscar Nominated Oops, Oscar Nominated Bruce Franks, sorry, who should have won the Oscar?
Thanks.
Bruce Franks Jr. How much does it matter to you to be on URL Smack?
It doesn't matter at all.
Okay.
I've made it to where I'm at, and shouts out to URL. I mean, they've been able to do what they do. You know, grow the culture, be the biggest platform. Nobody can argue that, right? But I took a different route than a lot of rappers.
That's a fact.
And it's worked out for me. So if I never ever battle on URL, I'm okay.
Okay.
When you talk about Oops versus Daylight, for anybody that says if it's not URL, it don't matter. When I go into a URL event, and when those same fans tell me my favorite battle is you versus Daylight, my favorite third round is you versus Daylight, when the top tier that battle on URL tell me and look at me like a brother and like a big brother and how we build and say, oh, well, it was that you versus Daylight, that you can't tell me that that's the only stage or the only league or the only thing that matters. And people always say, oh, well, you ain't made it to the main stage. The main stage is where about rap at.
I can respect that. I can definitely respect that. My other question, based on what you said, was when we talked about winning or losing, Excuse me.
That shit weak.
Oh shit! He told Ryder because you know they kind of did a little semi face off. Oops spit his shit. Ryder's down and spit his shit. So that's who Oops was talking to. But anyway, getting back to it. You versus B-Dot. Okay. The champion recap. So now I'm switching out of my A&R bag to my champion bag. The recap. We did a recap of the battle.
The recap.
But it never dropped.
Right.
So I talked to you about it.
No,
but
I remember
right.
y'all doing the recap.
It never dropped.
Right.
This is what I said. When you were having your mini face-off with Rada on the A&R show, you mentioned something as far as nobody remembers this or that. I'll tell you what I remember from you versus B-Dot. I remember your third round, and I remember Sharon. And I remember you talking to Sharon. You said some things yesterday, or, well, I guess technically 2 days ago. RBE had their face-offs. You said some more things to Sharon.
I'm up 2-0 on Sharon.
You are definitely up 2-0 on Sharon. What do you want to say to Sharon? Because I'll say this. At this point now, after you versus B-Dot, I wanted to see Oops versus Sharon. Now, obviously the RBE, the get back, that your battle didn't happen. Sharon had Chef Trez. I want to see, me personally, Oops versus Sharon. What's your message?
It's a conversation that needs to be had about what he has said in so many battles, about how he's carried himself outside of the battles. The difference in what everybody else has done to Sharon and done with Sharon, and what Sharon's been able to survive too, is the fact that they punch him or they scheme him. So it's for a haymaker and then that's it. What happens when I all the way concentrate on that, right? What happens when we really break this down and have this conversation, but me still punching and doing what I do? Like, we have to have a real conversation about the shit we allowing in battle rap, right? And it's not even just about Sharon. It's about a lot of Sharon, a lot of people that follow Sharon, and a lot of people that believe in Sharon. I think Sharon's talented. Yesterday versus Trez was the best Sharon I ever seen. He was amazing. Trez was amazing. One of the greatest battles I watched face to face. Some of the shit that hit the hardest for me from Trez was when he was talking to Sharon.
Okay.
Sharon hasn't been talked to. And he hasn't had that opportunity to elevate into a realm where he can actually talk to. Because I think all battle rappers got it in them.
Right, that's
I
a
think
fact.
all battle rappers got it in them.
I agree.
I think a lot of them are just nervous to take that step because they comfortable in what they do. But I think I would force that out of Sharon. I would force a conversation that nobody's had with him.
Okay. Well, listen. Oops, I'm not going to take up much of your time. I had you for a face-off and this.
All good. You my brother. You already know what it is.
I want to appreciate you taking time with the A&R show, man.
Always,
Can you get that drop real quick? A&R show, we always
You
outside.
already know. A&R show, you know what it is. Oops in the building, man. We always outside, huh?
Appreciate you, Oops.